And we're back with the WHHI Daily News with Alex Brown. As you know, he is on Hilton Head Town Council, coming in after a big meeting last night.
Big, long meeting last night.
A big, long meeting last night. And we were talking earlier, there were 2 agenda items, and we only got to the first agenda item, and then because of that, the second agenda item will be addressed on Thursday back at Town Hall in the afternoon. So
3 p.m.
3 p.m. All right. So what was the first agenda item and why did it take so long?
Yeah, well, obviously we've been at this for a while now. I think 2017 was when we first got rolling here. And there
the Gateway Corridor project, the bridge.
Yeah. And as of late, the town has engaged with a third-party consultant to sort of check the math, understand the science from our standpoint, and bring us that information so that we can make a qualified decision. So the report out on that consultant finding was what took a lot of the time last night. Very detailed. Very concise. There were a few points of contention there along the way, but nevertheless, we had to receive the information. And of course, that was the first time for many of us, first time for many of the constituents to hear that information. So obviously, there was a much broader and longer discussion than we anticipated.
It took about 4 hours, from what I understand, to get to public comment.
Yes, that's correct.
And so, like around 9 o'clock-ish, about 20 folks spoke, and on both sides of the issue. And so, how did that go?
Yeah, well, it didn't leave us enough time to deliberate,
discuss.
So that's why we're going to circle back on Thursday. And Thursday we will get into the weeds as far as a potential memorandum of understanding with the county, which will have a very detailed list of expectations or conditions if we are to give our municipal consent on the project. And that's important because if it's a go or if it's a no, we need to have the discussion as a full council as to why we're making the decision that we're making.
The consultant, were there good recommendations or good information for council, would you say?
Yeah, well, it was sort of confusing because at one point they had done some modeling to talk about the saving of time as you come through the corridor, and they used 2 different software systems. One was saying that you're going to save about a minute or 2. One was saying that you're going to save 15 minutes. So obviously that's a huge discrepancy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was a little confusing, okay? But at the end of the day, I think one of the things that came out of that was, we've been sort of having this discussion around if it's going to be 2 lanes or 3 lanes. And the math from that discussion, if you're pro or not, the math from that report says that you need to have 3 lanes. So at least focuses us down now to say that's what we're talking about, 3 lanes.
So are you in agreement with that, the 3 lanes?
Well, it depends on what the conditions along with the 3 lanes are, right? We've got scenarios here currently, particularly in the Stony community, where the conditions are not good now with 2 lanes, right? So I understand you're making a statement of do nothing, but you can't just do nothing. You've got to do something to improve the quality that we have as an experience here today. And those are the things that we need to talk about.
All right, so then on Thursday, again, we got about 45 seconds left. If you want to, public comment it's open to the public, obviously, again, at Town Hall on Thursday. So why would someone want to come to the meeting on Thursday?
Well, here we are. We've got a bridge that's sufficient. Let's remember that's why this whole thing started. So we've got to make some decisions about if we're going to let them just do that one bridge, or if we're going to try to improve the corridor. And there are tugs and pulls and give and takes all through the island as to why you should and why you shouldn't. So come out and have your voices heard so that we make a good decision.
And how about the Stony community? I mean, again, their voices are being heard, would you say?
They are being heard.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. But again, the baseline is it's not a good situation today.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Yes.
It's always good to have you with us on our program to help us sift through this very complicated but critical issue affecting our island. And after the break, Heather Rath will join us via Zoom from Hawaii, but she also has some comments about the meeting from last night, so don't go away.